coming to you live from Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel, California. This is the Multiverse Comic Show. And now, here is your host, Pete Malini.
There we go.
What is going on, everyone? We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitch.tv. It's time for the Multiverse Comic Show.
It's time for the comics.
How are you, Pete?
I'm tired. It was a busy day.
It's a busy day. It's a busy. As always, we're here on Wednesdays. We're here every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time, because Wednesday is the most holy of days for a comic fan. It's New Comic Day.
Oh yeah. And we just had New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con was this past weekend.
It was this past weekend. Correct.
We got a couple cool looking things. I mean, one of the shows, which is kind of surprising because I'm a huge Superman fan. One of the shows I haven't got into is Krypton.
Right, that's the show on Sci-Fi, which deals with like the origins before Krypton blew up.
It's like Jor-El's father or something like that.
Oh, really? It's like it goes even further back.
Yeah. And I saw the first episode. I remember I liked it. It's just Sci-Fi. I mean, it's not really taking a premium channel, but like it's one of those channels that like, if you don't watch it on Sci-Fi Network, it's very difficult to like find it anywhere, like streaming or anything like that.
Right.
But they just announced over the weekend that the first season is gonna be on that DC Universe app.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so, but one thing we did see. Let me see where.
I thought you were gonna say it's gonna be on Netflix, but
No.
I'm sorry. Is that who I think it is? Is that the last Carnesian?
We'll throw them on there. We're getting Lobo for season 2.
Really? So, Lobo's been around forever.
Yeah, apparently.
In regards to this, we're gonna see the last Carnesian.
Yeah, and well, maybe it might be some Carnesians still around.
He might not be the last one.
But there we go. That's our first look at Lobo.
The old famous '90s bounty hunter. Our Twitch people can't watch it, can't see this, but just Google image Krypton Lobo.
And so so we got a little. It's kind of cool. Let's see. And so we go. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
We got Lobo, and then the other first we got our first look at the Batwoman costume.
Oh, so this is the official Batwoman costume for. Is that what Ruby Rose is gonna be rocking in the Arrowverse when they do the big crossover?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Elseworld crossover.
The Elseworlds. That's right. That's what
it's
called. Elseworlds. Very curious.
So, like a typical, like people are kind of complaining about it already, but I don't see what there's to complain about. It's very comic accurate.
That's incredibly comic accurate. I if you hadn't done that, I would have thought that was just a really high res image.
Yeah.
Real digital drawing.
Like it's super comic accurate. Like it looks just like what she looked like in 52, and
Yeah, exactly. I don't see why. Well, we know nerds can complain about anything, so
yeah, that's true.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a way. There we go. We got our first look at because that all came back yesterday. Well, that's starting to come back this week.
Is the Supergirl back already?
No, that's next week. But the Flash premiered yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
And Black Lightning. I haven't got a chance to watch the Black Lightning premiere yet, but I saw the Flash last night. It was pretty cool. Like it was. They brought his daughter from the future.
Right. XS, right?
Yeah. And it's very like. I don't know. That's what they like about that show is that they do a lot of comic book references, and
like real subtle ones.
Yeah, she made like a Legion of Superheroes reference, and there's a Ryan Joe reference.
Huh.
Yeah, so like it's like all that stuff.
One of the atoms.
Yeah.
For those of you watching who are not familiar, they're referencing a lot of different characters from the comics.
Yeah, and
really cool. Like with some deep cuts.
They actually made reference to the Flash Museum.
Ah.
So like that's a thing in the future.
Well, naturally, of course, there's a Flash Museum in the future.
Yeah.
The hero of Central City.
So there was a lot of cool things. I really enjoyed it. Let's see. And so it's cool. And then I think Arrow comes back next week.
Arrow in prison. Wow, we have a number of comments. Oh, sorry everyone. Let's see. We got. Oh wow. Joanna likes the Batwoman costume. Eric is talking about some heat claws. And Cindy Baronis. Hello.
How's it going?
We'll wave back.
So that's coming back. That's all coming back. There's a lot of DC TV. I mean, we got And Titans is it coming out on Friday?
That's right. So that's this Friday on the DC app. The Titans show, which was getting very heavy promotion. They're putting the full Warner Brothers juggernaut of media behind it. Like when you see a bus stop ad, which is normally reserved for like movies, that's
There's people I've seen online. They think it's a movie. Like they think it's a movie because they see the ads and whatnot.
those ads are usually reserved. They're not. Usually TV shows don't get promoted like that. Occasionally, but. All these streaming shows get on the ads, the bus ads, and the
It's gonna be cool. Like I'm looking for. They released the final trailer for it, and it seems like the main bad guy is gonna be Trigon.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
So, like they're going all out. Like they're gonna get really heavy with that.
Yeah, because I recall like when Jeff Johns showed the script that he turned in. It was like wasn't like the Judas Contract or something like that, or
no. He wrote the Doom Patrol one.
Doom Patrol, where they're gonna like backdoor introduce the Doom Patrol into that to kind of lead forward into that.
Yeah, and then that's another thing we're gonna talk about too. Is that they just announced today. I actually had a note on that. CBS is developing a Secret Six TV show.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. What?
Yeah,
like Gail Simone's Secret Six, Catman, and Scandal Savage, and like is it gonna be like the OG Secret Six? Is it gonna be like the current Secret Six?
Here's the thing, though.
I doubt there will be Bane.
Here's the thing, though. I saw the headline. I got really excited. And then I did some research. So it's gonna be the creator of Suits is doing the show, right?
I kind of enjoyed that show.
I like that show too, but
I liked that show at first. But I kind of got worn out. That show wore me out over time.
But I mean, do you? I don't know. When you think of Suits, do you think Secret Six? You know, like right?
No.
All right, so that's my first thing. And the description is, it's about a guy who blackmails a bunch of like criminals, and to help expose corruption in corporate and political, the corporate and political elite.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. And I don't know how this got hit, but
did it move?
It moved.
No,
I don't know how it moved. But
the ghost.
The ghost of the store moved it. I was like, "There's a lot of me and a lot of this area over here." So now we're good. But
So it sounds.
It kind of starts like it does use the origin of the Secret Six, where they all were kind of blackmailed. Dead shot. We will kill your daughter unless you do this.
So I don't know if they're actually gonna use characters, or is it gonna be like just Floyd Lawton and like.
And he'll just be Floyd.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did with him in Arrow, right? He was just Floyd Lawton. He wasn't Deadshot, or his codename later on became Deadshot.
He had a codename later on, but it was just, so I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, and then CBS is a little worrisome because like they had Supergirl and then they got rid of it because they didn't know what to do with it.
We spent all this money and no one's watching it. What's going on? Yeah. We're getting these CW numbers.
Yeah, let's move it to CW.
Move it to CW. That'll solve the problem.
Because I don't know. I mean, it's very odd. Like I don't think honestly I don't think I watched the CBS. Like
I try not to.
I really don't know what's.
I hate to say it like that, but I actively don't watch CBS. I mean, when I used to watch a lot more NFL football, that's the only time I'd ever turn on CBS and I'd see commercials for NCIS, Redneck Tucky, or CSI, blah blah blah.
Yeah, because I think. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't. I can only speak for myself, but I feel like CBS is an old person's network. Yeah. That's time I watch NCIS is when I watch reruns of it on USA. I mean, I'm kind of interested in that Magnum PI reboot, but
I'll always argue it's not Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I know, but
Tom Selleck should play his dad. If Tom Selleck is playing his dad, then I'm in.
No, but he's on that. Was it Blue Bloods?
Blue Bloods. Hey, they have synergy.
I guess, right?
Why not? He can stop by Hawaii.
But yeah, so I don't know. That Secret Six is one of my favorite DC properties.
It was really Gail Simone's run on various runs on that were all very good.
But I don't know. But this show sounds kind of weird, and I guess I want to wait and see. I mean, the description just sounds very like it could be anything. It doesn't have to be superheroes, and but
they probably are kind of treating it that way, so it doesn't get pigeonholed that way. And with the old people watching CBS are like, what is this nonsense going on?
Why is that big man dressed like a cat?
Molly, why is that man looking so weird?
So we'll see. I'm excited about it though because it's Secret Six. It should be cool.
Mike Lee says Warner Bros. Needs to slow down. They're also going to launch their own streaming service. They did. Yeah, they already did. It's already out.
Yeah, it exists.
It's already out.
You subscribe to it.
Yeah, it's already out, Mike.
Let me see real quick. Try something here.
He's been watching a lot of it.
I've been watching a lot of it. Yeah.
You just throw it on you throw it on the TV here through your Chromecast, and you just watch all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Challenge of the Super Friends.
Yeah. What?
Also, I noticed I was flipping through a book and I noticed that they released the Batman anime, the Batman the animated series on Blu-ray recently.
Mm-hmm. And I think see the thing is I don't know I haven't gone to a Best Buy or a Target for a while, but because what Warner Bros. Was doing for a while, they released like a 10-year anniversary of the Iron Giant. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was like I remember 20 years. I don't even know, but they released an anniversary edition. It was like a Blu-ray. But it was so weird because you couldn't go into the store and get it. Like you had to go. It would be advertised. It was on Amazon and Best Buy and Target and all these other places. But you had to go. You had to go into the stores and you could order it.
Weird.
And they would send it to you. So I don't know if like they're doing the same thing with the Batman thing.
Huh.
I don't know if it's a way to kind of like manage how many they have to make or
Yeah, maybe print on demand instead of having to print a shitload of copies and get stuck with them.
Yeah.
Which I've always felt that was probably one of the big hang-ups with Young Justice on Blu-ray. I remember I think the last moment of WonderCon, they were talking about, please watch on Netflix, that way we can get it released. Yeah. Well, it was like buy the Blu-ray and to get season 3, buy the Blu-ray and then watch the shit out of it on Netflix. Yeah. And we did get it now. Yeah. On DC Universe app.
That's another cool thing too is that they released the schedule for the original content DC Universe, and it looks like we're gonna get original content all the way to the end until next December.
Really? Every month there's going to be some new thing?
So essentially, like they're not going to do it Netflix style. They're going to release episodes every week. Mm-hmm. And so when Titans is over, the following Friday, Young Justice starts up.
Oh shit!
It takes over that time slot, and as soon as that's over, Doom Patrol starts up.
Huh?
And it gets towards the end. That's the only weird thing was I guess Young Justice is going to be split in half. So like half the season's going to be, and then between Doom Patrol, but then. Doom Patrol, Young Justice, the second half of the season, and Swamp Thing are going to overlap. So I don't know if it'll be different days or something like that.
It's on demand.
Yeah. Well, but they're going to be doing and that Harley show doesn't come out till December of next year.
Well, because they're probably animating it and then go and do the ADR. Because, Kaylee, Cacao.
That I actually posted about that the other day was that because they made that announcement, she's the voice of Harley.
Everyone freaked out. Where's the Margot Robbie?
Yeah. Well, the thing was because I think it's because the app is called DC Universe. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that wrote the
DC Universe's Harley Quinn is now Kaylee Quinn. Everyone's like, the fuck?
Yeah. They thought that she got recast. It was like a whole thing. It's like read the article.
Read the article. Yeah. The DC Universe app, not the DC Universe in general.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, we're getting the new content like all the way to the end of next year.
That's cool.
And so Stargirl and all that stuff, like the Swamp Thing, everything's gonna be coming out throughout the. I kind of like it like that better because there's something about like binging or getting the full season in one shot. It just kind of seems overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, I'm still way behind all my Marvel shows. I still haven't even watched Luke Cage. Yeah. Season 2 or. Didn't Iron Fist come out already?
Yeah. Daredevil's next week.
Fuck! I'm like 5 shows behind again. Fuck!
So they get you, man.
Good lord! I think the last thing I watched was Defenders.
Oh man, you're really behind it. I'm right there with you though, because
I think I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes of Jessica Jones, and that was it. And then I got busy with work during the summer. Yeah. I have more free time now, but I'm trying to put more time into our shows here.
Because I remember because I think the last thing I saw was Defenders, and then I started watching Punisher, and I just didn't finish it. And then,
because Punisher was really depressing.
Yeah.
So it's a big downer.
It just was so now I'm way behind. So I'm just, I'll catch up eventually.
You're too busy watching episodes of Lois and Clark on the DC Universe app.
Little bit. What did we watch? We watched Oh, me and Joanna started watching Young Justice.
Oh, okay.
She's
She's
saw
never
it.
seen Young Justice.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
is she just blown away?
Dude, we went 10 episodes, like, in, like, nothing. And I once I realized we were 10 episodes in, I'm like, oh, we need to stop. Like, just, like we're going to burn through this in a day. No, we need to stop.
We need to savor this.
Yeah.
We need to enjoy Young Justice the way we did when it came out every week on freaking Cartoon Network.
Yeah. So but we started watching that, and I've been burning through that. It's really good. Like, I forgot how good it was, man. Like,
it's freaking amazing.
And that's the thing I love the most about it was it's a DC show. Like Superman shows up and Batman.
It's the entire like that's the DC Universe show.
Yeah.
Everything. It's Zatanna stories, like with her dad.
Yeah.
They're fighting Felix Faust. It's like there's like all these like, super insane deep cuts.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw like
Amazo.
I think the last episode we watched was a Dr. Fate episode, and it was like he was fighting freaking Clarion the Witch Boy.
Yep.
And it was like, what they're doing all. And Abracadabra was his sidekick.
Yeah. It's like there's I think that's personally. I mean, that's probably the reason why the show failed because they went so deep. Like they didn't just go waist deep in DC Universe. They went, you're gonna drown. And like, whoa, the fuck.
Yeah, and I love how like they took bits and pieces from every little continuity. Like the Hall of Justice was there, but also the Watchtower, and also
the Hall of Justice only for the tourists.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I don't want to spoil anything for Joanna. Like, I was about to start saying stuff from freaking like the second season. I'm like, oh no, can't say anything about that. I don't want to be the character. Like, ooh, other comic things they worked into it. I'm like, they worked a lot of comic stuff into it.
There was a lot of comic book stuff in it. Like, and it's like, yeah. And then I love how like I totally forget how much jerk Superman is to Superboy.
Yeah,
he's like such like he's not my son, like, you know.
that one like when they're at a diner, right?
That was like early on. I didn't realize how early
like
that was.
The second or third episode, like or actually because the first two episodes are the pilot, basically where they have the friggin' where they break into Cadmus by accident and rescue Superboy,
and it's like. Oh, that's the other thing. I totally forgot. It was like Double X from the original Superboy series was in there, and freaking Guardian, and like
the whole Cadmus Labs is a whole thing in there. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's
so good.
If you don't have the DC app,
that's what she was joking about. So remember in season 1, there was the light. And it was like it was always like it's like silhouettes and she's like oh, this is like totally Venture Brothers, like the Guild of
Calamitous Intent. Oh my god, the light totally is the Guild of Calamitous Intent.
And so
they're just as fucking ineffective.
I was trying to be like I don't want to spoil it for you. I go, these are people you know. It's kind of cool, like.
But they do kind of behave like the Guild of Calamitous Intent. Don't turn out the lights. You're gonna give away my identity.
But I forgot how cool Young Justice was, man.
Kia Fan makes a good point about the deepness. Yeah. Lagoon Boy was the main character.
Yeah, like he showed up already. Like there was an episode where Kandor goes back to Atlantis, and there he is freaking Lagoon Boy.
Lagoon Boy's just hanging out.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
And then the original Aqua, real Aqua, Garth, and freaking, and then the Aqua Girl.
I forgot her name. I just saw that episode the other day too, but. Yeah, it's so cool, man.
So deep. That's just because one of my good friends, my best friend Jai Potter, because I guess he just saw the Death of Superman animated. He's like, how the fuck can they not make the live action movies like this? Yeah. And I keep wanting to sit him down and be like, my friend, there's a difference between live action and animation.
Really is, man.
There's a freaking gulf of distance.
I remember there was an article that came out that during. Whenever, what was that Brad Pitt movie? Is it Troy? Is it called Troy?
The Greek one?
Yeah, whenever that movie came out, Paul Dini and Alan Burnett were tasked with writing a Batman Superman movie. Mm-hmm. And that, because the guy that directed Troy was supposed to do that, the Batman Superman movie. And I remember everyone was like, oh, that would have been amazing. And I'm like, I don't know if it would have been that good though, because it's like, they could do animated Superman really well, animated Batman really well, but does that translate well, into
live action? Yeah. And as we learned a couple of years ago, results may vary. Mm-hmm. Kiet Fam for this.
That's right.
Tula is right. Yeah. Thank you, Kiet Fam.
Yeah. But
there's a couple. Honestly, I think one of the big reasons that the animated is so different from obviously live action, because the voice director,
Yeah.
the lady who's in charge, Andrea Romano, she does such a great job
Yeah.
of matching up the voices to what she finds. She has a host of different Batman.
Yeah.
Because depending on what context you want that Batman to be.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she can go to freaking Kevin Conroy when they want, that OG voice, but then they'll go to somemean else for some of those other different movies.
Was the Dark Knight Returns? It was like Peter Weller.
Yeah.
Was Batman, and it's like, oh, it totally fit. Like, I mean, he still sounds like RoboCop, but
Yeah, but it's just you needed that older Batman. Like it's because a lot of it is you're kind of tailoring, you're tailoring those voices to the animation. The animation part, that's going to come out looking great.
Yeah.
And there's stuff you can do with animation, it's much harder to do in live action, because it's not going to look shitty in animation. It's going to look shitty like with CG.
Yeah.
There's that aspect of okay, that looks CG. People, it looks fake. When you're watching animation, you're not sitting there. It looks fake. You're sitting there just enjoying what's going on.
Yeah, but I think the other thing too is
that the medium is different.
You kind of have to just kind of like go with it though, because I don't know. Like to me, like the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, those are classics and. They have them in HD on the DC Universe app, and I was watching it the other day, and it still looks really good when he's flying. Like
because it was mostly practical. Because it wasn't. Because that really wasn't too much CG. All that stuff they did in those movies was really practical.
I mean, there's a couple of shots where you could tell that there was like a screen or something that they projected, a screen or whatever. But it still looked really good. Like it's still like when he's flying into space and he's like he does that famous like winks at the camera Like it still holds up. I mean, like I don't know why. Like I think they just overdo it now, or like
Yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of the live action. Like on at least on the Warner Brothers side, they go too hard. There's a gulf of difference between live action and.
But the same token though is like I don't understand some people that complain that like there's too much CG in this. It's like that's the big complaint about the Aquaman trailer. And it's like, well, they can't train a freaking shark to like it has to be CG. Like,
the shark has to be CG. You can't just stick them all underwater for fucking 3 years.
So I mean, it's just like I don't know, your complaints and just
I don't like how it looks. Blah 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 blah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
There's a give and a take, and a lot of times I think people want to take too much. They don't want to give enough. I think a lot of people just refuse to give up that suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, I mean, I always go back to we always talk about like Grant Morrison, how he says. There was a quote I really love where he said that a kid. The difference between a kid and an adult is a kid understands what make believe is. Mm-hmm. A kid can sit there and watch, a cartoon and a singing crab, and an adult's gonna be like, crabs can't sing, it's just you kind of get that point where we talked about this a lot. Like you can't expect realism from superhero movies.
You can't.
And I think Christopher Nolan kind of fucked us up on that.
Because he I remember saying that a lot back in 2008. Wow, that was like the most realistic superhero movie that we're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
and prophetically, that was not a good thing. I guess
not a good thing. No.
It built this expectation of reality. Now it's like, that's not real.
But see, at the same token, I remember like when they were talking about they were gonna start the Justice League and all this. And everyone was like, "Oh, Christian Bale Batman should be in the Justice League." I'm like, he would die, that makes sense too. This belief is easier with animation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Because you can accept it. It's all happening at once in animation. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to it's not you don't see real things and CG things. You just see all animation.
Yeah, and it's the thing. I think with animation they're really good with that. Like they Bruce Timm before, and then whoever worked on Justice, I don't remember their names, but they had that continuity throughout the whole thing. I mean, if you really look at it, like the Justice League continuity went back to Batman the Animated Series. Like that's the same Batman.
Yeah,
all the way through.
Exactly through for Batman Animated Series, Justice League.
Yeah, that's the same Batman, and they're trying to do that with the animated movies. Like there's It's pretty essentially the same Batman and all of them, the same Superman and all of them. And it's working so far.
I was at Target today. I noticed that the Constantine movie came out this week on Blu-ray, either this week or last week.
Yeah,
voiced by Matt Ryan. Fucking cool.
Yeah, that was really cool because apparently it was something that was on the CW Seed. Mm-hmm. But from what I was reading I never got to see it, but on the CW Seed it was about half an hour. That movie is like 90 minutes.
Oh.
And it's like an extended version of whatever they showed on the Seed. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's supposed to be like a kind of a look at his origin. It's like a teenage Constantine, and like it's like a whole like how it's coming back to bite him in the ass, and
all the dumb shit he probably did when he was young.
Yeah.
So what else do you got? Oh, it was. I feel like
we have two big stories.
The big, yeah.
We're gonna get to that at the end, I think.
Which I don't know. I don't know which one. Both are equally big in my mind.
So, to me, the big story is
that's okay. That's what I assumed was going to be the big story right here.
So
out of New York Comic Con, we got some giant news from the comic book world,
and this came out of nowhere because so when Bendis came over to DC, they talked about how he was going to have his own line, his own what do you call it? Curating a line of books,
his own imprint.
That's what I was looking for.
Everyone's getting their imprints because the other Scott Snyder has the Justice League kind of imprint. Yeah. We always talk about Gerard Wade has his Young Animal. And Grant Morrison is going to be doing something or other, right? Or
he's going to be doing Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, but so I assumed that meant the Jinx World books because he's writing like 4 of these.
Yeah, the Jinx World. You have them all lined up here in the store. You got Scarlet and Pearl and Cover, United States of Murder.
Yeah, so I assumed that was
his imprint.
His imprint.
No,
it's not his imprint.
It's something else.
So we got the announcement. It's called Wonder Comics.
Wonder Comics, and I stop myself from that bad pun. I'm fired.
And so we posted. Hold on, let's do that. When can we do that now? Let's just do the full image. Give me a sec here. No, okay, cool. So it's gonna be a focus on an all ages line in continuity.
Yeah, because that's always been. I feel like it's always been an issue with whenever they make an all age book, it's set out of continuity. It's very saccharine would be the word everyone uses. It's very cutesy and very sugary. Hey, it's all no one does anything bad. It's just an adventure, but
it's gonna be in continuity.
In continuity, all ages books.
All ages books. And the first book is Bendis and Patrick Gleason are working on.
We're getting Young Justice. We have not seen that since freaking Todd Nuck and Peter David.
Yeah. We're getting Young Justice. And these that's Connor Kent right there.
Connor Kent is back in continuity.
How? I don't know yet.
Tim Drake is Robin again in continuity.
And Bart
Allen is Impulse clearly there. Not Kid Flash because we already have another Bart Allen.
Well, we got another Wally West.
Another Wally West. Yeah. Black Wally West. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. We have Black Wally West as Kid Flash.
And then, so
we have Young Justice again.
And he's been talking about it. It's gonna be like legit Young Justice. Like this is the main team, but there's gonna be so many more characters. They're gonna be the first arc is them dealing with Gem World coming over, and then he's bringing back with Amethyst and Gem World. Like he's going all out on this.
Interesting.
And then the other title is, let's see what else we got. Oh. We're getting a new Dial H.
Dial H for Hero. For those of you who don't know what that is, there's this watch.
It's like a rotary phone dial, and you spell out Hero, and it randomly gives you superpowers.
You get the superpowers of some random. Or don't you transform into another?
You transform.
It's Ben 10. What Ben 10 actually was
before,
it's what Ben 10 ripped off.
Yeah. And that one's gonna be written by Sam Humphries, and Joe Quinones is gonna be drawing that. He just did a run on Howard Duck with Chip Zdarsky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're having that one, and then
Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins, which Bendis apparently is a huge fan of the Wonder Twins.
Okay.
So that's gonna be Mark Russell and Stephen Byrne. Mark Russell recently did that Flintstones book.
Okay. Oh,
this weird Flintstones book.
The weird Flintstones book where they had real problems.
Yeah, and so this is kind of crazy because the Wonder Twins are cartoon characters,
but they're working them into the continuity.
Yeah,
now.
they were worked into the original Young Justice like just for a little bit, but so it's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, because
they had worked them in. I think they showed up in something in the New 52, but I don't know what. I don't remember what off the top of my head. It's gonna be interesting, like, especially because like this cover is like they're gonna be in high school. They pretend to be humans, we got the little monkey. What was his name?
Gleek.
Gleek, yeah. And so in the last book, this is the one. So Bendis, this is a new character that Bendis created. And so this book it's simply titled Naomi.
Okay, it's his all ages alias.
Yeah. Bendis and David Walker are going to be working on this book, and they're co-writing the book. Mm-hmm. And then Jamal Campbell's going to be drawing the book. So the book is described as this girl Naomi. She's adopted, and she doesn't know who her biological parents are. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal until she realizes that Superman is the most famous adopted person on the planet. So she starts kind of looking into Superman, and she discovers there's some crazy like conspiracy that ties the whole DC universe together.
So she's Bendis' daughter.
Oh yeah, he always does that.
He worked his daughter in a comic.
And yeah, but the cool thing is, like we said, like all these books are in continuity.
They're all in continuity within the DCU. It's targeted at a young audience because, like Dan Dio's always saying, like they're trying to create more customers. That's why they're putting books in Walmart. And working with Target or something or other, and
Yeah, they're doing. They've done a couple books for Target. It was like the DC girls and stuff like that.
And superhero girls.
They kind of like ties into the dolls and the toys and like
So this is cool. I mean, shit, we're getting Young Justice.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm so excited for that.
Back then, that even before the TV, that was one of my favorite books.
Yeah,
so
that was such a fun book.
Peter David Todd Nuck Run. That was so fun and awesome.
Yeah, it's
I saw that first cover, like they're hanging out in the jail. Was it jail in Detroit?
The Happy Harbor.
Happy Harbor.
Yeah, they're in Happy Harbor.
And then Red Tornado. They woke up the Red Tornado. And
because
he was there.
He was just in storage. Like
they woke him up, and he was their supervisor.
Yeah,
their chaperone.
So it's gonna be really cool. Like because he was talking about how like they're introducing like they're not just bringing back teen characters. I think Wonder Girl's supposed to come back. Casey Sidmark she's supposed to come back.
Cassie Sandsmark.
There you go. Right. She's supposed to come back, and then like they're introducing new characters. Like, he's talking about like there's a brand new character who is the great granddaughter of Jonah Hex. Like, what does that mean? Like,
that's gonna be hilarious. I'm sure she'll have a gun. Yeah, right. Maybe a 6-shooter.
And so
are they gonna bring back the Secret?
Oh, that'd be cool. Like
Secret.
Yeah. Because who was it? It was Arrowlet.
Yeah, Arrowlet.
I feel like they're probably gonna do Artemis just because of the show.
Kind of an homage to the show. Working the Sportsmaster.
The Sportsmaster. That was the other thing that me and tripping out on was that I forgot how cool Sportsmaster was in that show. Like,
Sportsmaster was a freaking badass.
Like they took a cheesy character like the Sportsmaster, the guy who just commits crimes based on sports,
and they made him a legit fucking badass in the cartoon.
And it's kind of
he would fuck up the Young Justice team all the time.
And it was like very like low hanging fruit in the sense that like martial arts is a sport. Like like all this stuff is considered a sport. Like like he should be able to be a badass.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, yeah,
so wow, the Wonder Comics. That's very exciting. Did they give a timetable for when this is
January?
Holy fuck! So you're probably gonna be ordering these. Like, you'll be already ordering these in your next previews book.
Yeah, it might be. Like, this is crazy that it's that quick.
They just dropped it, and like, guess what, comic shop owners, you'll be ordering it next week, assholes.
So come January, this is gonna be my new favorite line of books. I'm super excited for all these books.
All 4 of them. There's all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they were kind of really bridging the gap here, like stuff that's accessible to the kids, but still going to be appealing to old men like us.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the fact that they brought Connor Kent back, I'm excited. Like that's my favorite superhero.
I know that's your guy.
Yeah, so I'm too excited about that. Because even when they first released that first teaser image, and I had said that to you last Thursday.
Was that Jonathan?
Yeah, I thought it could be Jonathan, and I would be fine with that. Like I would
because you like Jonathan Kent.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Yeah,
he suddenly fucking Jor-El aged him up a little bit.
But it just didn't make sense. Like why would he dress like the '90s? But whatever. Like
We got Connor Kent.
Yeah.
He still has his fashion sense back in the '90s.
I like how they went back with that classic original costume too. He's got the weird Superman jumpsuit thing.
Mm-hmm. That was the Cadmus jumpsuit.
Yeah. And so the other big story of the week. Is James Gunn.
James Gunn
is writing Suicide Squad 2 and possibly directing.
Yeah, get the fuck out, David Ayers.
Yeah, right.
Go train some other day. Go make something bright. I don't give a fuck. We're getting Guardians of the Suicide Squad.
So there's a lot of weird mixed feelings about this.
Betrayal, like, but
Yeah. No, my favorite was
traitor.
Have you heard of the conspiracy?
What?
Oh,
They're sending him to DC to ruin it.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially what they're saying is that the Snyder fans are saying that Marvel is concerned about the 2019 DC movies. So like Shazam, Wonder Woman, and the Joker movie. So they staged James Gunn's firing to send them over there to sabotage it.
God, do they need fucking tinfoil hats? Fuck. Yeah, that's a stage. That's like fucking. Oh, they sent Joss Whedon to sabotage.
People think that. People think that. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I remember that conspiracy there. Now this falls in that same line. Like, master plan of Disney. Yes.
I love the fact
we're gonna fire one of our most successful directors to go work for DC.
Yeah, because I love the fact that like people that aren't happy with the Justice League movie, they call it the Justice League. Like that's a whole thing on Twitter.
Oh my god, the Justice League.
So he's gonna be writing.
I like puns, and I think that's terrible.
Yeah, he's gonna be writing Suicide Squad 2. They said that he might be directing it. Well, I'm sure he's gonna be doing it.
Oh, dude.
But the one thing I really enjoyed about I was reading an article was that apparently it's not a direct sequel. So he can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
Like, so he could bring in whoever. I'm sure they're gonna keep Will Smith and Margot Robbie. But everyone else might be.
Bye.
Yeah.
Jai Courtney. Bye. Jared Leto. Bye.
Yeah. You're the birds of praise problem now, right?
Yeah.
Because I was reading about that thing. Apparently they had a director for Suicide Squad 2, but he left the movie because the plot was too similar to when they already greenlit for Birds of Prey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was like, well, we're making the same movie twice. Like,
Oh, Hollywood.
And
Hollywood.
And then you see the Batista thing?
Oh yeah, he's on board.
Yeah, he wants in.
He wants to break his fucking contract, or he wants to finish. Like, I want in.
Yeah,
he'll play whoever they need.
See, and the internet's like going crazy. They're saying like, oh, he should be Bane. He should be Bane. And I'm like, maybe. This is totally left field.
Okay, give it to me.
Bizarro.
Dude. He's been painted green. Might as well paint him gray. Right? Paint him gray. Put a fucking mop on his head.
We know he can do comedy.
He totally can.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I like this. I really do. Universe, give us fucking Dave Bautista as Bizarro.
And it totally works too because you think about it, because like Superman was dead. Mm-hmm. Maybe they tried to clone him, or they tried to bring him back, or whatever,
Yeah, they took control of that Kryptonian site. The government did. Fuck yeah, I bet they probably found some Kryptonian DNA and they fucked up. But, me Bizarro. His brain's going backwards. Are you okay? Yes, Bizarro, great. Yeah. No, that means he's bad. No.
So I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yes, I approve of this. Yeah. Oh. I want all of this.
Because, Bane, does he have the acting chops to be Bane?
Kind of does.
You think so?
He's not going to be the...
Yeah.
He wants to be this one, climbing out of the shadows.
But you also don't want him to be Batman and Robin Bane, like just...
No. Right. In between, no. You want him to be, because, Bane was built up to be a cerebral character. Yeah. He spent many a year growing up in a prison.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's technically Hispanic,
Yeah, he's technically... Oh, that's true. I didn't...
Batista's also technically Hispanic.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
As Jai would used to call him, the world's largest Hispanic man. Ooh, yeah!
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where they're gonna go.
Dude, if I think he can pull off a good Bane.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not watch friggin' Blade Runner or whatever?
Yeah.
What was he or was not Batista in that movie?
Yeah,
was he good?
He was alright. He was in there for a little bit. He wasn't in there very long.
Well, I saw him in Riddick, and he was good in Riddick. He was a good asshole in that Riddick, that last Riddick movie that came out.
No, he was like kind of this like, I don't even know how to describe him. Like he didn't have very many lines. He just kind of because he played. He was in Spectre too, right?
I know, but he had like one line.
And he was basically Oddjob and shit,
He
right?
had one word. He basically was modern day Oddjob with very long thumbnails. I think all he said was shit. And I think that was the only line.
Oh.
We got tossed up the train.
So I mean, I don't know. It should be cool. Everyone's kind of worried that they're like, oh, this means they're gonna water it down, and it's like, no. Did you not see Super? Did you not see like Slither?
Have you not seen anything he did before Guardians? It's just, again, it all boils down to these overreacting nerds.
And the one thing I think it's kind of funny though is that I felt that like, especially that first Suicide Squad, that they were trying to make it into Guardians.
Yeah, that's the shit that we were talking the whole time.
Yeah.
Like even from that first trailer that came out, it's like, all right, old indie music, anti-heroes, them all being assholes. All right, it's Guardians of the DC Galaxy.
Yeah. And then on top of that was, because I remember even like in the movie like where when Deadshot has to shoot that bomb and then he sees the vision of his daughter. That was totally like the end of Guardians. Like
Yeah, that was their attempt to do a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Now they got the real deal to do it correctly.
Yeah. Should be cool. I mean, especially if they let him really go all out and just have like they give any villain he wants.
I mean, they let fucking Zack Snyder do whatever he fucking wanted.
That's true. That's true.
Martha.
So we'll see what they're gonna do, man. I'm excited.
You know what? DC's on the come up, man.
Yeah.
These people always talk about, oh man, Marvel people want DC movies to fail, and DC people want Marvel movies. I want all movies to succeed.
Yeah.
More entertainment. Give me more things.
Yeah.
Shower my face in it. I know on Monday we kind of discussed Venom.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had an addendum to that because in one of my jobs I have to go. I'm a rep and I go visit supermarkets, and sometimes I'll talk to the employees there. And there was a young lady who works at the one stores, and she really loved Venom, and I thought that was very curious. And I talked to her for a little while about it, and I realized if you don't have any comic book knowledge, that movie is actually probably perfectly fine for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing.
And she's like, it was so great. I loved how they kept talking to each other. Like, brains. There was all these little things. I was like, I sat there and I listened. And they were like, oh, I can see how.
Yeah.
Me, I was kind of like, oh boy. Let's see how they ring out an hour and a half of this with Venom, where it's like someone who had no idea what was going on. She's still, and they kind of explained everything as they went along. Yeah. It's like, oh, no Sonics, nor fire. One of our favorite lines in the movie. And then I was listening to her talk about it, and I was like, maybe I was a little too harsh on the movie. I mean, it's not for me, but it could be for. Clearly, it was for $80 million worth and $120 million worth somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think that's the thing where with Venom, I think it's the best example of you. If you're gonna go in there comparing it to something else, you're not gonna like it.
You're already gonna hate it. Like a lot of my nerd friends, one of my other nerd friends on the opposite spectrum, like he went and saw it today. He's telling people, save your money, don't go watch. Yeah. And I was like, and then I wanted to chime in a little bit, like, maybe it wasn't for you, but maybe some of your friends, maybe it's for them.
Yeah.
And we have to sometimes consider sometimes not every one of these comic book movies is for us.
Yeah. And I mean. That's the thing. Like I talked to a customer today, and he was going on. He hated it. He was like so upset about it. And he's like, I've been a Venom fan since the '90s. I'm like, then you should have loved this movie because
it was '90s Venom.
It was exactly like the comic book. Like I don't know what they expected. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's a big problem.
And we said on Monday, it's not going to be high art.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with just the internet in general is that everyone becomes a critic in the sense that like if it's not an Academy Award, worthy movie, it's garbage. And it's like, no, you can still enjoy it. Like,
It's like, I feel like you can't show these people like 80s action movies.
Yeah, no.
Because like, as the more I think, like I said, this felt like it's a movie from a previous era.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was perfectly fine. It makes me think like if we show a lot of these people like True Lies today,
they would hate it.
They would shit all over True Lies, and that's like one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's I don't know. It gets people. That's frustrating, man.
It is. Like when I think about it, it's just like, people like just completely just pull down their pants, take a huge heap and jump on it.
I think, and the other thing too, like, I feel like, we talked about this. I feel like a lot of people are just looking to complain about something. Because I don't know if you saw this. It was like a thing where the latest trailer for the Halloween movie dropped. Jamie Lee Curtis and someone complained about how Jamie Lee Curtis is constantly protesting gun violence. Yeah, she's using a gun in this movie. I'm like, it's not real. Like,
it's not Jamie Lee Curtis. It's that poor woman who's been haunted by Michael fucking Myers her entire fucking life. Look at her hair. It's all gray. She's gone mad. Fuck yeah. If Michael Myers has haunted me since I was a teenager, I'd get every fucking gun. I'd have all the guns. I'd be a member of the NRA if I had this dude in this fucking inside out, backwards, melted fucking William Shatner mask hunting me down my entire life. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with, the
her
movie,
real life. The people who can't separate fiction from reality.
Yeah. It gets frustrating, man.
We've lost the world somewhere.
Yeah.
We used to just be able to enjoy things.
Mm-hmm. I always talk about that. Like why? What happened to the days if you didn't like something, you just didn't watch it. You just walked away from it.
Like, okay, I don't care for it. See, Titanic. I don't like that Bow movie. I've never watched it. You know what? I never will.
Yeah, there you go.
But other people love it. Cool. I'm glad you love it. I'm never gonna watch that fucking movie.
But then there's people that I don't like it. You shouldn't like it either because it's horrible.
And then that's the fucked up thing. That's the fucked up person. No, you can't like it either. You can't like Venom. Venom is shit. No one should watch that movie. It's like, no.
Yeah.
This sweet young girl at the Sprouts.
Yeah. Liked it.
She fucking liked it. She'll be in line for Venom 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Which I think it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's totally gonna happen. The movie made fucking $200 million on this first fucking week. I'm sure it's gonna kill this week because it's up against Halloween, or is Halloween next week?
I think Halloween might be next week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking kill.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis can't use a gun.
It's so ridiculous.
It's not Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's so ridiculous, man. I don't know.
Fuck.
When we live in, man.
Kevin's about to get angry about this shit. Fucking nerds, man. Ruining everything. Well, you got anything else? Or are we going to go balls deep into some comics?
I think we got to go because we're like 48 minutes in.
I would say we like to talk.
Yeah.
That's the reason we got. I'm a talker.
Let's talk. Let's do some comics.
Let's talk about some comics. What is up? Well, you do your awesome images here. I'll hold these up for our Twitch viewers.
Let's go with the what if first.
What if Peter Parker became the Punisher? Mm-hmm. This is an very interesting. I love the web shooters for guns.
Yeah. And so, poor Spider-Man, dude. Like, since last week was Flash Thompson becomes Spider-Man.
Right? So is this all what if Spider-Man had a shittier life?
And in that book, I didn't want to spoil it, but it's pretty bad for Peter Parker. Him not becoming Spider-Man was pretty bad for him. Mm-hmm. In this one,
he became Spider-Man, but
this is kind of interesting because you think about it, because he literally is like one step away from becoming the Punisher. I mean,
that's true.
His origin's pretty tragic, and he's got like a shitty life, you know. Like,
I don't know. He's one line from freaking Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. From becoming a supervillain. Yeah. It's like, I better be responsible because my dead Uncle Ben told me to.
Yeah, basically. And so this is basically what it is, and it has it's him. He decides, I don't like being pushed around. I have this power now. Like, fuck it, And
let me guess, does Aunt May die and so he becomes the fucking Punisher?
No. Oh. He's just kind of like, no, he's just like, fuck it. Like, he just, Uncle Ben still dies.
Of course Uncle Ben still dies.
And he just kind of realizes that, this burglar took my uncle with this gun so easily.
So time to do the same. Mike Kirksey asks, how many more of these are they planning coming out with? Is it going to be all month? Is it going to be one a month? Or
it's like
one a week, I mean?
Yeah, it's like, I think 1 or 2 a week, depending. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them in total.
Yeah, these what if books, and I read those were honest as a kid. I think I'm sure I mentioned it before we talked about it. It's always one of my favorite concepts because I've always loved those kind of the alternate timelines. Like, what if Punisher became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
I mean, there was some cool stuff. I mean, like, the original What If series, like, that spun out. Like, they did, was Spider-Girl, right, came out of that? Like,
right.
Originally was a What If, and then they created a whole universe for it.
They did, the Marvel, the
MC2?
MC2.
Yeah. Like, What If is kind of, and the funny thing is, especially when you look at, you look at some of like the classic what ifs from the original series, and they've actually gone that route. Like there's a what if Jane Foster became Thor,
and they did that.
Yeah, they did that, and there's like a what if.
That's right. I think we joked about this. Though they're mining fucking the old what ifs to fucking for modern. People have already forgotten.
And
yeah, there's I don't know if there's I'm sure there's gonna be more variety. It seems like the first two have been Spider-Man themed. I don't know.
Well, there was an X-Men one last week too.
Oh, there's also an X-Men one.
There's an I think there's a Magic one, and I forgot. There's a couple other ones. So they're trying.
It's not all Spider-Man. G-Son.
So it's like yeah. I don't know. Like, do you think nowadays this would hold up as a monthly title?
No, not in the modern like comic book economy.
Yeah.
Because like it'd be on one hand it'd be like, oh, can we sell this every single month? And on the other hand, like people would be like, oh, why don't you just do that story instead? Like you get a lot of that.
That's true. That is trying to think about that.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, this should be a story. This should be an ongoing. Thousands of people buy it. And like, nah,
no one's gonna buy it.
No one's gonna buy
like,
it.
Did you ever hear the famous story about the Spider Girl? Because Spider Girl was one of those books that got canceled multiple times.
Fucking Tom DeFalco's Spider Girl.
Yeah, and it kept on getting brought back because of like fan reactions and.
Yeah, the fans really dragged that freaking.
Yeah, but the last time it got brought back, this like 5-year-old little girl wrote a letter about how that was her favorite book, and it was the whole thing. And then they were like, "All right, we're bringing it back," only to find out that it was some dude. They wrote that letter. They wrote that letter,
motherfucker. This is why we can't have nice things.
And so yeah, so like this is This is the look of what Spider-Man has one step away from
one step away from being a vigilante to kill people. Dude, I obviously have you read this already? Does Jonah J. Jameson have like the biggest fucking like happy erection? Like, look, he's a fucking menace. Fuck him.
Oh no, he is happy that he's doing what needs to be done. Like,
of course, this wouldn't be a what if everything didn't get tipped on its fucking head. Spider-Man's the only man who's brave enough to do what the police won't do. You shoot these fucking villains.
And it's kind of cool. And there's like a cool little twist at the end. It's kind of cool. It's one for the read.
Good old what if. The what ifs could always be counted on to be that. So where are we going? So
it's stay in the Spider-Man. Stay Spider-Man.
Which one? Spider? So the actual we've had this countdown to Edge of Spider-Geddon. So now we've reached the Spider-Geddon.
This is the first issue in the series, and
so we got all I see the Sony Spider-Man, we got Superior Spider-Man, we got freaking Speak of the Devil Spider. Is that Mayday?
Yeah. That's Mayday Parker.
Mayday Parker right there. Yeah. You got Scarlet Spider, Punk Rock Spider, freaking Silk. My personal aesthetic favorite, Spider-Man 29. Yeah. I loved that when I was a young man. I thought that was like the coolest costume. It looks so cool. And, so 90s.
We always thought that they couldn't go weirder than the Spider-Ham. Mm-hmm. Look at the corner below Miles.
What is that? Is that Spider-Cat?
No.
What is it?
No. You go to Disneyland a lot, right? Oh, you used to?
Is that Spider Sum Sum?
Yes, it is.
I'm out. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out of here. Those little plush toys that a lot of Asian people throw across the freaking hood of the dashboard of their car. Like whenever I see them, they have like 25 of them across like the dashboard or across the back of their car. That's Spider-Man Sum Sum. I mean, if you're watching this on Facebook, it's right down the corner. I'm gonna hold this up to Twitch right over. I'm gonna put it right up to the fucking camera. That's a Spidey Sum Sum. Yeah, right there. Here. I feel like I'm operating a crane game.
There you go.
Sum.
Yeah.
Spider fucking. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's wait. Oh, someone else waved to us. Hello, Anna Hidalgo. Thank you for watching us on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
What the? All right.
So the purpose of this one is
we got Nicolas Cage up in the background.
Yeah. So Doc Ock, he fucked up. He's causing the Spider-Geddon.
Dr. Octopus says, cause Spider get on. Spider get it on.
So the original one, Spider-Verse, there was these guys, they were called, what were they called? Crap. I don't remember. There was these mortal dudes.
The Order of the Spider.
And they would feed on the energy of people with spider powers. Mm-hmm. And
gather them all up.
And one of the things is that you couldn't kill these guys. And you couldn't kill these guys, and what would happen was the reason you couldn't kill them was you could kill them, but then all of a sudden their consciousness would transfer to a clone body. So they would constantly like.
How very Emperor Palpatine of
Yeah.
them. If you went into the deep expanding universe of Star Wars, that's just sorry.
And so
nerd.
And so that's to give too much away, but like in that one shot, the Superior Octopus, we find out Doc Ock copied that technology. So he was like, "Oh, I will never die. Like,
I will constantly put myself in a new clone every time I die." Ha ha ha.
Well, what happened? The Inheritors. That's what they call it, the Inheritors.
Thank you, KFM. And yes, it is Disney.
And so in this one, we find out in the Superior one is that the Inheritors they were trapped on this other universe. They were, and they basically are able to send their consciousness to Doc Ock's new machine.
Oh, so there's all these spider clones.
So they're bringing themselves back through
these Peter Parker Doc Ock clones.
And Doc Ock fucked up.
See, the guy tries to be a hero again, and he fucks up.
Yeah. So there you go. And that's it. And the one thing that, I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, but apparently, according to a report that came out of New York Comic Con, this is going to be a very Miles Morales centric event.
Well, yeah, his movie is coming out in 2 months,
right? So, but this is going to be like apparently this is a Miles event. Like this is.
I feel like if this has happened like years ago, this would have been a bigger deal.
Yeah.
I feel like this would have been like a real big deal. Now it just feels like a.
Well, because I think that the problem was I think they milked Spider-Verse too much. Like Spider-Verse had its own book, like a monthly book for a while. It was like
I recall that. I remember
the Web Warriors, and they kind of dragged it out. And so the cool thing about this series is that it's going to spin out a lot of books. Like Gwen.
I see it right here.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, Spider-Girls, plural, Spider-Force. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm out. I'm out on Spider-Force.
Yeah. No Spider-Force for you.
It's like X-Force, but with spiders.
With spiders. So there we go. So we got...
Spider again, number 1.
Let's go into...
I feel like it should be a bigger thing. Yeah. Where we're going next is... Go put the image up and I'll grab the book. All right.
Infinity Wars.
Infinity Wars as opposed to Infinity Warps that we've been dealing with recently. This is the Infinity Wars where Gamora had the stones and did some crazy stuff with it.
And she folded reality on itself. And so this is just like... This is the first issue where like those warped characters are coming out, and they're there's like a weird There's a weird Wolverine White Queen
really
combo.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is a cool book. Like the story's been really crazy, and I have no idea where it's going. It's supposed to lead into we're getting like a new Guardians of the Galaxy book. Yeah, and it's supposed to lead into a lot of different things. Especially because
my brain just melted seeing something like how they're like unzipping some of the people who are like folded together. It was like Ms. Marvel and Kang the Conqueror.
Nice.
Ms. Conqueror.
I read that book. I mean,
I'm in. Teenager with a cell phone, just randomly traveling through time, wrecking shit. I'm in.
Can't beat that, right? So there you go. So that's the next part.
Infinity Wars. They're just trading on the movie, right?
Oh,
they're tricking people. This is like one of those, like, I get on Marvel for this. They try to scam people with this.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, like Civil War 2. That it was like, because the movie was coming out.
The movie was coming out. Let's do a sequel to Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War 2 has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. But,
Fucking Marvel. This is why you're struggling, Marvel Comics.
So we're going to go into Captain America.
Captain America number Quattro, Legacy 708. Good Lord. This is the 4th issue of Ta-Nehisi Coates and Lionel Francis Yu. Oh, Lionel's art is so fucking smooth.
Yeah. This has been a really rough book, man. Like, there's some shit going down.
We haven't been bringing it up because obviously 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about when number 1 came
Yeah.
out. Well, let me hold that up there. Sorry for
I
our
think
Twitch audience.
I think it's like because whenever it comes out, like there's a lot going on, and just kind of
It kind of slips through the cracks.
Yeah. But this series has been really good
Because it's been very political, right? Because Ta-Nehisi Coates does not sugarcoat anything.
Oh no, yeah, it's super political, and so basically what's going on is that's so crazy. So he doesn't sugarcoat anything, but he's not saying it's Trump.
But he's saying it's Trump.
Yeah, right. Because like we got these villains working for the government, like legit villains. And
so it's what do you call it? Dark Reign all over again.
Kind of, but it's like it's not as obvious, Like
it's not as obvious. Hey, Norman Osborn's in charge of the government. What the fuck?
Yeah. And And so basically, it's really cool. So it's Cap and Black Panther trying to figure out. They're trying to disassemble this whole thing. They're like, they don't know what exactly is going on completely, and so they have to just like work together. And it's really cool because it's in this issue, Cap has to go to Russia to deal with something. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm continue.
And it's really cool because you remember you got TC Coates is really pushing the whole like Cap is not. He's a symbol of the country, but he's not. He doesn't represent the country.
No, he represents a different era.
Because even like, because going into Russia, everyone's telling him like, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. And then Black Panther is even like, oh, I can't help you, I can't go there with you because we have treaties that we we can't break. It's just really interesting.
And Cap's like, oh, I don't care. I'm Captain America. I can do whatever I damn well please because I'm Captain Goddamn America. America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, right. I think
That's his new name. Sorry, so go Sam on you. Captain America, fuck yeah. There you go.
And that's the thing that I think is really interesting about this book is that they do play on. Again, like he doesn't call people out, but you know who he's talking about.
Yeah,
like he's like listening to radio, and it's like all these conspiracies and this and that, and he's just like, and Sharon Carter's telling him like, why do you listen to that? Like he's just like, that's just what America is now. And like, fuck, like I have to keep up.
Like the stuff that we hear after Monday nights when we do it from the secret podcast studios.
Yeah,
like the stuff that Sam has to put up with. Oh my god!
And it's very like all like the inner monologue is just like he's like, I don't recognize this place anymore. I don't know, it's just very like
this is not my country.
Yeah, you're like shit. Like this is rough. This is kind of like the perfect book for the modern times.
Clearly, for the symbol of America is struggling with what he represents.
Yeah. And that hasn't been a thing for a while. I think. I mean, like Mark Waid did a little bit of that back in the day with the Man Without a Country. But usually it's just like Cap's fighting aliens or
something much bigger.
Yeah, he's
not fighting from home.
Yeah, he's not fighting corruption, underground corruption. And
God damn.
Yeah, I feel like Cap hasn't been this politically charged since like after 9/11.
Yeah,
when they did that book, and it was just like, oh shit, like this is a rough one, man.
That's right.
It was a John Cassidy book.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a tough book to read, man.
You're right. I'd forgotten about because it wasn't that like a Marvel Knights book.
Yeah, because it was really dark. It was really.
They're like we're doing Marvel Knights Captain America. What? Marvel Knights Captain America?
Yeah.
What the fuck? For those of you who don't know, Marvel Knights that was like that was their kind of PG-13 imprint.
Yeah.
Like stuff that they weren't comfortable doing back then in Marvel Comics. Oh, we can put under the Marvel Knights logo. And we can push the envelope a little bit. And then a little after that was Marvel Max.
And that's where it was just like, anything goes.
Rated R! Yeah. Nick Fury saying the F word.
Yeah. And so, so that's the thing. A character you would think would be constantly politically charged, like, he normally isn't.
Yeah. They kind of stay away from it. They kind of just like, oh, deal with super. He normally he's a superhero that deals with super problems.
Yeah.
But now he's dealing with normal problems.
Yeah. And
in a super way.
And I think they're taking like the stuff from the movies too, because even like look at something like Winter Soldier was kind of similar to where there's a hidden threat that we don't know about, and
very politically charged.
And even like Civil War was very like politically charged. It was just like these like war crimes, this whole thing. It's a good time to read Captain America.
Yeah, the book is taking cues from the films and taking cues from America.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
All this political talk is making me sweat. Let's move on. What do you want to hit next?
We'll go with Superman.
Superman number 4. Brian Michael Bendis. Are we finally dealing with the fact that? Oh, did they fix it last issue? Is this the issue, or is this the book where the Earth is in the Phantom Zone?
The Earth is still in the Phantom Zone in this book.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to flash this over here invertedly to Twitch.
The Earth is in the Phantom Zone, and it's bad. It's getting bad because because it's in the Phantom Zone. When the Earth was taken into the Phantom Zone, like a dome of oxygen was collected.
Oh, they're running out of.
No, now it's getting toxic because of all the the shit we put in the air. Like it's now recirculating. Like yeah, and so like the Justice League is basically out. Everyone's like struggling. And basically, the atom is like, if we don't get the Earth out of here soon, it's going to be uninhabitable. And not only that, every freaking Kryptonian criminal monster is headed to Earth.
Wow, Bendis isn't fucking around.
No, he's not fucking around in this one.
Good God.
And it's pretty cool. Like there's a cool little thing where Superman decides like fuck it, like because the Atom figures out a way how he might be able to get the Earth out of the Phantom Zone, but Superman basically has to deal with all these dudes, and it's pretty cool. Like it's just like Bendis has that way of like he does it where he's showing Superman fight these guys.
What are you thinking about something else?
He's thinking
There's
about
some dialogue.
and you're like. You see why he's doing what he's doing. It's pretty cool. Like it's like this cool little lesson where he has to teach Jonathan that just because you can do these things doesn't mean you should do these things. Because he's like, they don't really say what it is, but Jonathan's upset that like someone's like talking shit about him online, and he's just like, and he tells Superman, he's like, why do we let them do that? Like we could go over there and fucking knock down their house, and Superman's like, because you don't do that. Like,
because there's a line that we don't cross.
Yeah. And it's really good. Like, it's really cool. Like, the dialogue's been really interesting. And his take on Superman has been really fun.
I feel I actually haven't. I stopped reading some of these Bendis stuff a few weeks ago. But then again, I haven't been reading a lot of stuff lately. Yeah. But sounds very interesting. I'm going to have to go find number 3 over there and knock them both out here after the show here.
There you go.
Let's go to our... You saved this book for last.
Yeah.
It's very thematic for the month. It's the Cursed Comics Cavalcade. This is one of those $10 prestige DC collections that they like to do. So there's a bunch of haunted
stories just in time for Halloween.
So I see we got Swamp Thing and Batman and Wonder Guy Gardner, kick ass. The Demon, Superman, Green Arrow, Black Lightning, and Katana. A little bit outsiders actually there. Robin and Solomon Grundy and Zatanna. Nice.
Yep. These books are always fun, man. I love these these holiday books because you get like just different stories, and it's like a lot of creators that don't usually work on these characters.
Right, exactly. I actually right when you're about to say, I'm like, all right, I want to see who's working on this and who's writing what characters. Yeah, because you have to play around.
Yeah,
play with the other toys in the sandbox you normally don't get to play with.
Yeah, there you go. And it's really cool. Like.
And I assume you already read it?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. And like, I have to get myself, I mean, not to promote Walmart, but I need to get to Walmart because they released, they have that 100-page thing. Mm-hmm. They released a Halloween one.
Oh, really?
It has a freaking Greg Capullo, Brian Azzarello Swamp Thing story in there.
Holy shit. You got to get yourself to a Walmart and hope that they still have those 100-page giants.
I need to get my hands on one of those. That just sounds cool.
Interesting.
But yeah, so like if you like horror comics and
if this is your month, if you have a freaking that need for Halloween, if you're one of those people who constantly like as soon as you post the gif of freaking Jack Skellington rising on October 1st, like this is me this month. This is the book for you. Cursed Comics Cavalcade.
Yeah. It's a cool cover too. I love how they went all like EC Comics.
It reminds me of what do you call it? EC and then Tales from the Crypt. Yeah. Just looking at the cover, it looks really cool. I saw that we got a viewer here on Twitch, so I want to show them the inverted comic.
There you go. So there you go.
So those are the books for the week. We had a bunch of cool books. Mm-hmm. We discussed a number of different topics. You can always watch us if the viewer who just joined. I know Winnie joined in Europe. Well, bye. They left, but we still have our Facebook viewers. Twitch, you're so fickle.
Yeah.
At least our Facebook viewers here, you guys are not as fickle. You stick with us, and we appreciate that. We come to you live every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time here, facebook.com/DreGP podcast. We also broadcast live on twitch.tv/DreGP podcast. We primarily do the Twitch one, because now it gets archived onto our YouTube page, which gets people the videos I uploaded today. We already have views on them.
Nice.
Now we're not me checking them.
There you go.
So you can always catch all of our episodes. If you don't watch it live, you want to see some of our classic episodes, or a lot of our more recent episodes are archived on YouTube. Just search for Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast, and you'll see this show. You'll see Dre's Geek Philosophy, the actual podcast. You'll see Retro Game Night. You'll see Rock Band Night. All the different streaming things that I do off on the sides, as well as our 2 flagship shows here. Speaking of our flagship show, Monday nights. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're in the studio. Myself, P. Malini. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy. If you want to talk about all kinds of stuff within the world of nerddom, that's what Monday night is for. Monday night at 8 p.m. here. If you like comics, then come on back here at this same time. An hour ago or an hour and 10 minutes ago, we went long today. Yeah. If you love comic books, come on back here every Wednesday night. We focus on comics specifically on Wednesday nights. Anything that we need to promote other than the Dia del Ditko that's coming up soon?
It's coming up soon. It's a couple weeks, right?
And my piece of art got accepted to the something I drew is gonna go up on the wall over here. I'm a little happy. I'm like, I have to get it all touched up and make it look all nice.
Yep.
So it's gonna be exciting. That's coming up. November 3rd? Is it the first Saturday or the first Friday?
It's Friday, yeah.
First Friday in November.
November 2nd. Oh,
November 2nd. The Dia de los Muertos.
That's
Literal Day of the Dead. So we're having the Dia de Ditko. It's a tribute show to the late Steve Ditko. The show is being curated by our friend Javier Hernandez, creator of El Muerto.
Yeah.
So he's a big fan of Steve Ditko. That was one of his favorite creators. If you didn't know, Steve Ditko helped co-create Spider-Man. Screw you, Stanley. You didn't do it by yourself. Yeah, Ditko created that iconic Spider-Man costume that's still kind of in. I mean, they still use that same basic design to this day. In that Spider-Man video game, they have that Ditko-esque costume.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite costume. It looks cool.
You know, the cell shading thing.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
It's really good.
Yeah, it just so this coming the first Friday in November. I keep wanting to say the first Saturday in May because of freaking Free Comic Book Day. So that's coming up. Dia del Ditko. We'll have a fresh set of art behind us here. All the Power Ranger stuff will come down, and it'll be all Ditko created characters.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man.
It'll be fun. So, anything else that we need to promote?
No,
all right, cool. So, for your sidekick, Dre Cervantes, your host, Pete Malini, this has been the Multiverse Comic Show, live from Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel, California. Have yourselves a good night, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.